Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Design quarterback run here. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Into the red zone. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Oh, he gets popped at the end of that one. What a painful end to what was a really solid run back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running here with Jaden Blue. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Unable to find Jalen Noel with that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long for him here. The right side, no one has it. It's scooped up by the Rams. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Setting up the running back screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He dodged the tackle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call, because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots, let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
3rd and just 2 to go. Touchdown. The Rams pull that in front further, 13-zip. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Rams drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Turpin with a return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing off the play fake. Pickens with a catch outright. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Throwing the out route complete. They're going to give a couple yards back on the return, but I don't think they care much, Brock, because they're going to take over on the fumble. Oh boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it, and they've done it on back-to-back drives.
First down now, ball at the 33. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Man in motion, headed right. They give here to the motion man. Along the right sideline, there's space. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 20-zip lead. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Extra point attempt coming up.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams push their lead to 21-zip already.
The
Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Turpin with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
On 1st down, they'll run. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. And 3rd down run with Blue. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That tackle made by Kobe Turner.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, It'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
I'm not sure how this defense lets that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All set now, 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 35-yard line.
Look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. Quick pass left side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 21-0 our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. He's going to throw it again. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Still sticking with the passing game. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. He's going to throw this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Jake Elliott's
on now to attempt this field goal. The 27-yard look here. Elliott connects there. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
At their own 30-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Motioning left is their running back. I'll throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
So 1st down from the 41. Back to throw. It is Kupp, left side. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy. You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 14. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. And start the drive with Blue. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They'll run here on first down. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They give it to him again. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Shut up. Let's go.
Another carry for him. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kobe Turner on the tackle. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Here's a throw. Got his man. This is Noel. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
First down now, ball at the 33. Throwing from the gun. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. They're throwing it. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And They're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Give. It's blue. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys chop some of the lead off before the half. Cowboys. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it an 18-point game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they get this down to the 28. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Joshua Cardi to kick off for the
Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Turpin with a return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Wide open, downfield, got it! And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Trying to throw this from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. All set to go now from the 35. He made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. You could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Right up the gut. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, play action. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. They'll run here from the gun. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Hit applied by Keanu Benton.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They're drawn up for it. He loses the football. The Cowboys scoop it up. And no return after that recovery. They do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side.
I'll tell you this, Kate, the duality of quarterbacks in the league today continues to amaze me. It's remarkable how well they can throw it and run it. But in that case, when you turn into running back, what do you got to do? You've got to protect the football at all costs. He doesn't, and it gives that defense an extra possession.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Looking in the air here. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 5 on the play, and that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They're going play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. Ball in his hands right around midfield. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now.
At the 34-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
He was taken down.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. He's going to throw it. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, LA. The Rams make it a 3-possession game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams go up by 19.
Cowboys 16. Joshua
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Turpin with a return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. On screen here to Blue. And this one doesn't go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Setting up to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Quick slant taken in by Ferguson. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target there was for Jalen Noel. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
Throwing it again here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw here, third down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This one to Williams out left side. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A gain of 14. And the Rams first down.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Headed out right. This one falls incomplete.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Plowing up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Rams.
So we're through 3 here. The Rams up by a couple of scores as we look ahead to the 4th. And Brock, they are in control of that football. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
The Rams are set to punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Direct snap to the up man. He's going to push for it. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
Well, they tried the fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on 4th down.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Up the middle, Blue. Well, he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Passing now on 2nd and 10. Big man's showing up the yards. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. He's totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
1-yard gain.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Working now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Intended target there was for Jalen Noel. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And 9 yards to go.
They'll throw 3rd and long. It's Pickens on the slant. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Now I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Well, they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw here. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be just one step away from that first down. They haul him down near the 31.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
First down now, ball at the 33. And down to the back. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They've got to get to the passer, they've got to set an edge, and they've got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Williams coming in motion right. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll run here on first down. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Cowboys territory. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Here's a toss running left. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Rams close to picking up their 5th win. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And this stays a 19-point game.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week specifically because of that miss.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Line up the design keeper. Draw it up for him. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. He's drawn up for him. They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. They're going to try to throw for it. Trying to push deep downfield. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said,